Let's talk about keyframes. When you adjust any property gradually, you can use keyframes to set specific points on the timeline that something begins and ends changing. For example, let's use a piece of music. At the end, I want it to fade out. I can double-click on this track, and I can use the line in the middle to adjust the volume. But by holding Command and clicking, I set a keyframe. Then I'll drag the scrub bar, I'll set another keyframe, and I'll drag this all the way down. That way you can see a visual representation of what the volume will do. Here, starting from the first keyframe, the volume started decreasing quickly. You can also do this in video. Let's double click to expand this video. This line is opacity. For a quick fade out, we can place a keyframe here and drag down and over. That's a fade out. What else can we use keyframes for? Let's look here in the effect controls. Here, position has a little stopwatch. That places your first keyframe. This is where I want the position at the beginning. I'll scoot over and place another keyframe. Or if I undo that, or by adjusting, Premiere automatically places a keyframe. I'll drag this all the way over and see what happens from here. Keyframe 1 has a specific location, and to go to the next keyframe, I click the arrow, and keyframe 2 has another position. We could also do this with scale. I'll toggle one keyframe here, I'll move down the timeline a bit, and another keyframe can go here. Let's watch that. All these effects are adjustable with keyframes. And if you're keyframing something specific, if you right-click on the FX icon, you can change the function of this line on the video clip to something that has to do with motion, the default is opacity, or time remapping. Let's try scale, and let's make it a lot bigger. Whoop. Depending on the specifics of your project, one of these really may help. Right now, I have it set to position. We can see here the positions I have to move the footage to the right. If I select the keyframes and right-click and go to Temporal Interpolation, I'm going to make this a Bezier curve. Yep, Bezier. Currently, nothing changes, but we have these two bars now. I'm going to pull this down and pull this up. This curved line shows me the speed at which this change is being made. So if I press play now, it goes slowly and then increases speed gradually. I can pull this further out and pull this further up for a more noticeable difference. Would this work for you? There's plenty of possibilities here. In my own workflow, I rarely use the keyframes on the timeline, but I use them a lot in the Effect Controls window.